once again, this week's vlog starts with some b-roll of me at a theatre. Hey everyone, my name is Chloe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is the start of a new weekly reading vlog. I am going to try and finish my TBR, or at least have almost finished it by the end of this week, because by the end of this week it will be nearly the end of May and I have 3 books left to read. I still have Poison Study, I have The Watchmaker of Filigree Street, and I have the book that the name has gone out on my head and I can't see it on my shelves to tell you what it is. The Tahara Moffy one, you know what I'm talking about, so I will find out the title of it at some point and hold it up. But yeah, those are the 3 books I need to read this month to finish my TBR. If I can fit Aurora Burning on, I will. If not, I will put it on the beginning of next month because I have time for the live show. But today is Monday and I decided not to read tonight. I was supposed to be on Sprints, and then there was a show, a musical that I've been wanting to see, and the run had pretty much sold out by the time I moved down here, so I didn't buy tickets. And then I was checking to see if there were any returns this week, and there was like literally 1 return seat for today. There ended up being a few more after, but while there was only 1, I'm like, I'm gonna have to buy it on. I was so tired today and I was like, I don't really want to leave the house, but also like I can't not go because I will regret it. So I went to go and see The Secret Life of Bees at the Almeida. I really enjoyed this one. There are things that I liked more than others, and I will talk about it more fully in my theatre wrap up at the end of the month. It's going to be long this month, but essentially I think the performances were all fantastic. The book was really strong, the set design and the lighting was really strong. The music at times felt like it just kind of started out of nowhere without like the build up to it, and I feel like I liked the music, the orchestrations. Some of the lyrics were a little bit like, I'm not sort of going out singing the songs in my head, like there's not that many. I remember there were a couple of like really standout moments song wise. There's one called something about our house. I will have to check what the title of it is. I do have a song list somewhere. We'll hold this house together. That was a particularly strong moment, but yeah, like I said, I'm very glad that I did manage to get to go and see it, but now I'm tired and I'm gonna go to bed, so I will catch up with you guys tomorrow when hopefully I will actually have some reading updates. Hello, I thought I would film a vlog clip while I remember it is Wednesday afternoon. I'm just on my lunch break. I did not film anything yesterday. I felt a bit weird all day yesterday, so kind of was at work and then I was a bit productive. I managed to put up posters and things and prints and things in my room that I've been meaning to put up since I moved here. I haven't got around to it. They were all in frames from when I was living back home, and I can't put the frames up on the wall, so I had to take them all out and then just stick them up. So finally managed to get that done, and then sat and was supposed to read, but I came downstairs and Meg had brought her record player downstairs. She was listening to Hades Town and she told me to feel free to bring the Moulin Rouge vinyl downstairs because I haven't actually listened to it yet because I don't own a record player. Well, I did and it wasn't very good and I didn't want to damage the record with it, so I'm going to buy myself a new one at some point. So I brought it down and I got distracted listening to that, so I don't think I can be held accountable for that. But anyway, tonight we're going to go and see Matilda, so less reading will be done then. Maybe I'll try and read on the way in Central today. I have just had a delivery from Blackwell's. I got the US edition of Solitaire by Alice Oseman to match all my other US editions that I'm slowly collecting. I think the next one has recently been announced. It's going to be this winter, which I think means that the only one that hasn't been released in a US edition is Radio Silence, which I believe is from a different publisher originally in the US, so they may not be able to do it, but I really hope that whoever this publisher is, I should probably check Scholastic, I really hope that they do actually buy it because I love Radio Silence so much and I want a matching copy because I really, really love these US editions. Also Blackwell, so with that order, sent me a random box of decaf tea. I don't drink tea anyway, and if I was, I'm not going to drink decaf, but yeah, just 10 free tea bags. The parcel came and it was really like weirdly shaped, so I'm like, I have only ordered 1 book, what is in here? Was not expecting this, but anyway, I will try and film an update later when we get back from the theatre. I said we're going to see Matilda. We won lottery tickets for this because apparently it is the era of winning all the lottery tickets. I'm just waiting for that Moulin Rouge email to come through and tell me I've won it. Every week I get a sad one telling me that better luck next time. I just want to win the Moulin Rouge lottery because you get like the really good seats for £25 and I need them. But yeah, tonight we're going to go and see Matilda, and then I have no theatre plans this weekend, but that is subject to change because I have the house to myself. I have Lisa coming to visit on Friday. Meg is going home on Friday and Abby's going home on Saturday. So I'm on my own Saturday and Sunday, I believe, because I think they're both coming back on Bank Holiday Monday. So yeah, I may go and see something. We will see. But right now I have 5 minutes left until I need to go back to work. So I'm not going to read, I'm going to sit and watch a YouTube video because why not? Okay, so I'm filming this vlog update because I really need to stop scrolling on TikTok and I need to go upstairs and go to bed. It is Monday. No, it's not Monday, it's Wednesday. What? I keep losing track of the days of the week this week. Like, my brain has just been all over the place for like a full week now. I don't know what's wrong. I think I'm just very tired. But it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening. I did an update this morning, so you know it's Wednesday. I have got back from the theatre seeing Matilda. We were very, very close. We were the second row, and like at times we were maybe a little bit too close. Like, it got very, very loud, especially when they were singing Revolting Children. But I had a great time. I really, really loved this show. It's the first time I've seen it. I went with Meg. No surprise there. She's not seen it before. She said it's one that like she felt like she should see, but had never like particularly been interested in it enough to go and see it. But she enjoyed it, which I'm glad about, because I was worried that that would mean that she wouldn't like it. But she did, and yeah, I had a good time. I'm really glad I saw it again. I'm really glad I saw Lauren Byrne as Miss Honey, because she was a cast member that I was very excited to see. Miss Honey's my favourite character in the show, and she did a very, very good version of it. And yeah, just overall a good show that once again I will give you more thoughts on my full theatre wrap up. I do have reading updates. I listened to my audiobook of This Woven Kingdom. I don't know how far I am in now. I've meant to check the chapter before I started filming and I forgot, but I got a decent chunk in, so who knows, maybe I can finish that tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a book event to go to. I'm going to the Arakwang Yellowface talk / signing. I don't actually have a copy of Yellowface yet to get signed, because both of my copies, well, actually no, sorry, one of my copies is getting delivered here, but it's the Lumbercrate one, it hasn't been sent yet, and the other copy is arriving tomorrow in Sheffield, because I did not change my address on my Waterstones orders, so it's fine because both the ones that I pre-ordered are signed, they just won't be personalised. But it also means that maybe I don't have to hang around for the signing after. We will see. Meg has just bought a copy herself, so I'm maybe taking that one to get signed for her, although she is going to an event on Sunday herself, so we're just going to see how it plays out. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I need to update you on. Like I said, I was scrolling on TikTok and like Meg went to sleep like half an hour ago, and I was like, I'll probably go upstairs soon as well, and then I've just carried on scrolling on TikTok. So I thought, by getting off of TikTok and filming this, like, I will not go back on TikTok now. I will just go straight upstairs. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
I was worse at my Canterbury event last night because we went for a little walk about 2 hours before, thinking, you know, it'd be sunny.
Hello, it is now Friday. I know I did not update you yesterday. There will have been some B-roll. I went to the RF Kwong book signing for Yellowface. I didn't actually get my book signed. I sat and watched the talk and then disappeared after because I don't actually have my physical copy of Yellowface yet. One of them has arrived at home. I think I mentioned that, and the other one, the Lumbercrate one, is coming at some point. I have seen some people getting theirs today, but I haven't had the shipping email yet. So we'll see when that arrives. But it was very interesting to go and watch the talk. Every time I watch Rebecca Gong speak, I feel dumb, in a good way though, like, if that can be in a good way. It's just like, I'm just in awe of like how well read she is. So yeah, it was a very interesting talk to listen to. It did make me immediately want to pick up Yellowface again, and I did actually start reading it on my phone on the way home. So if anyone's keeping track, I have now started reading Yellowface. I've got like 2 hours left of the audiobook of This Woven Kingdom. I'm like 30 pages in Two Poisons today, and I've still got to read The Watchmaker of Filigree Street, and I need to read all of these by next Wednesday evening, because that is the last day of the month. But we'll see. I have faith that I can do it. Like, I think I can, because basically I have a guest coming later today who you will see in a bit. I can't remember if I've told you who it is earlier on in this video already, but if not, it will be a surprise soon. So I probably won't get too much reading done tonight, but I'm going to try and read more of Yellowface as and when I can, maybe before she gets here. But actually the training that I'm on today is supposed to finish early, which means I should be able to put an audiobook in while I'm sort of doing other bits of work after the training. So I should hopefully be able to finish This Woven Kingdom today, and then I can read more of Yellowface tomorrow, because I'm not sure what time she's leaving tomorrow, but should have some time available to then read, and we'll see where we go from there. I think I may end up at the theatre again tomorrow just because I'm in the mood to, but we will see. But I do need to film my TBR today, so I'm going to film it in the hopes that I do finish my TBR so that I don't have to take a punishment for it. I have realised that I need to like rethink how I'm going to film it, because I normally film it like in my room. I stick all of the cards on front of my wardrobe, and then the books are right there to pick things from, and I pick what books I'm going to read for each prompt before I move on to the next prompt. Now here the setup, like I wouldn't be able to film it in my room. There isn't a wall space available that I could sort of stand with the camera and have the board pinned up, so I'm gonna have to film it in here, which is like the dining room / my office, which is fine. Like, as you can see, plenty of blank space. Ignore the box that we set this table up yesterday, and I need to get rid of the packaging for it. But yeah, there's plenty of space to do that. But then to pick my books, I'm either going to end up picking all the books after all the prompts are come up, which isn't like generally how I like to play the game. Like, I like it that I pick a book and then I can't change that decision, if that makes sense. So like if another prompt comes up later that would have actually worked better for it, doesn't matter, I just have to go with what comes up. So I think what I'm going to do instead is sort of decide on the books, write them down, tell myself that those are the books I'm going to do, and then just film it afterwards. But I still have to make the decision in the moment, so we'll try it like that. I mean, I could also just like not hold the books up in front of the camera, but I would like to. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is sort of decide what the books are, maybe talk about them, and then grab the stack and then film the end to like talk through it properly. But you don't need to know that, but I will be filming that later on this afternoon on my lunch break. So right now we are on a quick 10-minute break, which we are due back from momentarily. So I will talk to you guys later. Okay, I know this looks like I've not played the game yet, but I've just filmed my TBR. I just forgot to do the thumbnail, so I had to put everything back up and film it. But we are on track for the day. TBR was filmed. I'm now gonna eat some lunch while I'm sat at my desk because my lunch break finishes in like 3 minutes. But you know, TBR's filmed, that's the most important thing. And it's looking fairly promising for next month. You should have already seen it actually by the time this video goes up. So go watch my TBR game that went up at the weekend and you'll see why I'm quite happy with it. Right, I will talk to you guys later. I just really wanted to come in and film that clip to be like, yes, I did it. I did the video filming thing. Go me. Hello. So, I mentioned that there was a special guest earlier. And if you can't tell by the weirdness that is happening behind this blanket, it's Elisa.
It's me, your Mario.
So Lisa got here a few hours ago and we have just been talking. I feel like we've chased Abby out of the house. I feel bad. No, she had Abby, the other housemate, who you have not met, because I don't know if she wants to be on camera, and I don't just want to like assume, so I've not been filming her. She had a book event to go to, but she was debating not going, and then we were chatting, and then she was like, "I'm gonna go," and I was like, "Have we scared you off?" She said no, but I don't know if I believe her or not. We are now going to be watching Schmigadoon because Lisa has not watched it yet, and she messaged me and she was like, we could potentially watch Schmigadoon on like Friday or Saturday, and I was like, oh, like it's so hard for me to do this. It's not like I watched all of Schmigago, the second season, like 2 weeks ago with Meg when she wanted to watch it. It's fine. I will suffer through it. I will go through this pain for you. I do need to read at some point today because I still have, as we discussed earlier, I still have many books to read on my TBR, and I started to reread Yellowface, but it's fine.
I read Bookshops and Murders and it was 5 stars. I didn't tell my vlog this yet, but
I haven't told you that I have 2 hours left of the audiobook of This Woven Kingdom. I'm reading one of your picks this month. I will give you thoughts off camera.
Thoughts, feelings and ponderances, please.
But yeah, I still have the 2 hours left of that. I still have a lot of Yellowface to read. I still have The Watchmaker of Filigree, and I still have Poisons today. So we can do this, I think. But right now we're going to watch a musical, because why not?
Yay!
Right. Hello, I'm filming this vlog clip for 2 reasons. 1, because I didn't film anything yesterday and I thought I should probably keep you updated. 2, because I need to hold myself accountable. So, Lisa has now gone. She disappeared yesterday. She didn't just disappear, she did, like, walk down my road and then get on a train. She did leave me a lovely souvenir, though. I seem to have acquired a new camera. So I do need to go meet up with her tomorrow to give that back to her. But after she left, I had every intention of reading. I made life easier for myself because I got food while I was out. Like we called it Greg's on the way to drop Lisa off at the train station, and I was like, okay, I'll just get food here and then I don't have to cook. I can come back and I can go straight into reading. And what I did instead is I sat on the sofa and I watched Netflix, because why not? I feel like I kind of just needed like a night of basically doing nothing, because I've had a fairly busy, I was going to say busy week, but it's been fairly busy like since I moved down to London. Like I've been at theatre shows like half of the week every week, so I feel like I did just need like a bit of a relaxing time. And today I have another bit of a relaxing time because I had the house to myself again. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, that basically Meg went home on Friday, Abby went home yesterday. I know Meg's back tomorrow. I'm not sure when Abby is back. I don't know if it's tomorrow or Tuesday, but I have the house to myself until tomorrow afternoon. And there are a couple of things I want to do, like in terms of like some tidying things that I want to do. But other than that, and I would like to actually like cook a proper meal for myself later. I'm planning on like batch cooking things so that I've got stuff left for the rest of the week. But other than that, I have no plans, and I do have a lot of books to read. So what I'm going to do is continue with my reread of Yellowface. I'm going to try and finish that this afternoon, because it is a book that is sort of, it's described as a book to read in one sitting. So it is one that I can sort of just sit and power through. And then I need to finish the audiobook of This Woven Kingdom. I'm going to do that while I am cooking. And then I will get as much of Poison Street done as possible this evening. And that is basically the plan. So I will keep this vlog going until the end of the night, and hopefully I will have actually followed through on those plans. But I thought if I said them on the video, then it would encourage me to actually pick the book up and not just scroll on TikTok. So we'll see what happens, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, update. It is now 3 o'clock and I have finished my reread of Yellowface. It's a 5-star once again. Try not to drop my pretty illuminated copy. This is Yellowface, by the way. I've realised it says a completely different title on it. It's because that is the title of the book that is written in the book, and that is what Illumicrate did for their pretty edition of it. So I finished that. I am listening to the audiobook of This Woven Kingdom. I realised I had 3 hours of it left. I thought I only had 2, but I think now I've only got 2 hours left. So I am going to go and start chopping up veg to cook later on. I'm not hungry yet, but I also know that if I leave it until I actually am hungry, I'll not want to do the cooking, because the cooking's going to take me like an hour. So I'm going to go and like start prepping it all now, and then should hopefully be able to just like dish it up later instead. I'm making chili. It's nothing like particularly exciting, but I know what I'm like. I'll just put it off until I'm like, I can't bother to spend the time like actually chopping all this and then cooking it off and whatever. So I'm gonna go and do that. But I thought again I would do an update to hold me accountable, because I have been on TikTok for like the last half hour, so I need to start doing that now. So I'm gonna go and make a move, and hopefully the next update you will see will be me having finished This Woven Kingdom. Hello, I am still in the same place. Was I sat on the sofa last time I filmed an update? I think I was. I have moved. Like I've been doing stuff today because I've been listening to my audiobook while I've been doing stuff. I know last time I came on I said I was going to cook, which I did. It was a few hours ago now. I ended up on the phone to my mum for like an hour and a half as well. So that obviously took out the reading time. But I have finished the book I was reading. I finished This Woven Kingdom. And sadly, I am only giving this a 3-star, and that may be a little bit generous. I was just very bored for a lot of this book. I know I've been told that it was like slow burn, but I didn't even feel like it was slow burn, because it felt like one of the characters in particular just kept talking about like how special one of the other ones was, and they were like weirdly drawn to them, and it was just like there was no sort of real reason for it, and that's something that always annoys me in books. I need it to be like more of an actual connection than just like there's something special about them, which it felt a lot like in this. And then it felt like the plot was very slow moving, like nothing really happened until the very end of this book. And if if you're focusing on relationships and the relationship's going to be slow, then you need to have a strong plot to kind of distract from it, or the sort of slow burn of the relationship needs to be because there is like legitimate tension happening. They didn't even see each other that much, so the slow burn was more just because they weren't in the same room together. It was just a lot of nothing happening really. I found it fairly boring, so yeah, sadly not a great read for me. I know it has been a fairly polarizing book, that I've seen people either give it 5 stars or DNF it, so I'm not generally a person who DNFs books, so I did manage to push through it, but probably only because the audiobook was on script. I'm very sad because it means I'm going to be getting rid of this really pretty copy, and I also have the sequel as well. And yesterday when I was reading it, I was talking to Lisa about it, and I said, oh, like, it's feeling like a 4-star at the minute. I was still like quite early on into the book. I was like, I'm not loving it, but like maybe it's going to be like a low 4-star. And then it still didn't pick up. I thought it was going to pick up. I was at like the halfway point, and I was like, okay, maybe the first star's been slow, but maybe stuff will start happening now, and it still didn't, which is why it's gone lower in the rating. And I did say to her at the time that I was probably carry on with the series. I don't think I'm going to. I just am not interested. I do own the second book, so I will also be getting rid of that one. But now I'm going to be moving on to reading Poison Study, because I need to read this one and The Watchmaker of Filigree Street by Wednesday evening, and they are both physical reads. So I am not letting up. It is like 9 p.m. and I am going to try and read a decent chunk of this one before I go to sleep. I won't finish this one tonight, but if I can try and get a decent chunk of it done tonight and then more of it tomorrow, because it's bank holiday tomorrow, so not at work, and then should be able to hopefully then start Watchmaker of Filigree Street tomorrow evening. Although we are going to go to the cinema. I say we, me and Meg, because Meg is back tomorrow. We're going to go and see the new Little Mermaid film, but the cinema is not very far away, so it shouldn't take us too long. But yeah, I'm going to go and read. I just thought I would give you another update. I will probably film one more update before the end of this vlog, and that will let you know where I'm at with Poison Study. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hello, so it's now Monday morning. I didn't film a closing clip last night because not long after I filmed the clip that you last saw, I started with what I think was a migraine, but I think I caught it early enough to be able to sort of stop it from really fully turning into one. I have had, like, I've never particularly called them migraines before, but I've had like sort of the kind of bad headaches that mean that you actually just literally have to lie in bed all day, and feeling sort of sick alongside that, but they've never been like so severe that like my head felt like it was splitting open, so I've never really called them a migraine. But I could feel that like one of those was sort of starting yesterday a little bit. Like I had like a minor headache all day, and then all of a sudden I started getting like the weird kind of like eyesight issues as well, like the sort of aura things that go alongside a migraine. I was like, oh, I feel like I know what this is. So I basically very quickly turned everything off in here, went and laid down in a dark room, took some painkillers, hydrated, and was like, you know what, I'm just going to go to sleep and hopefully I'll be better in the morning. It did seem to work. Like I've still got a slight headache, but my eyesight is working now, which is the important part. So I didn't read any of Poison Study, and maybe now I won't finish my TBR this month because both of the books that I have left to read are physical, and I don't know if I can pick up a physical book because, like I said, the headache is still there just a little bit, but we will see. I will try if I feel better later on today, but obviously that is not the priority. So we'll see how it goes, and I just thought I would come in to wrap up this week's vlog. So I didn't do a lot of reading all at the beginning of the week, but then I managed to do a reread of Yellowface. I finished listening to This Woven Kingdom, and yeah, I've got Poison Study and The Watchmaker of Filigree Street left to read before Wednesday. But I think what I'll probably do is just give myself a bit of an extension, as long as I've started both of them before like the end of the day on Wednesday. If I'm like a decent chunk into both of them, if I can try and get one of them finished and then be a decent chunk into the other one, then I'll probably just let myself roll it over, because like that was not my fault yesterday, not at all. But anyway, that is everything. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.